What if I told you there are 6 traits almost every cheater shares, and once you spot them, you'll never look at people the same again? Psychology has a way of exposing what people try hardest to hide. Cheating doesn't just happen, it follows patterns, predictable ones. And if you know what to look for, the warning signs stop being so mysterious. Today, we're breaking down 6 common traits of a cheater, straight from human behavior and psychology. But before we dive in, smash that like button and subscribe, because this kind of knowledge could literally save your relationship. Let's get started. 1. Impulsiveness. Cheaters often struggle with self-control. They live for the thrill in the moment without considering long-term consequences. Psychologists call this low impulse regulation. It's the same trait that shows up in overspending, binge behavior, or risky decisions. When someone can't delay gratification, cheating becomes just another reckless outlet. Bottom line, if someone can't resist temptation in small things, they probably won't resist it in big things either. 2. Narcissistic tendencies. Not full-blown narcissism necessarily, but traces of it. The need for constant validation, admiration, and attention fuels the cycle. Research shows narcissistic traits are linked to infidelity because they make people feel entitled to more. More attention, more options, more excitement. And here's the kicker: when someone believes they deserve better constantly, loyalty starts to look like a cage, not a choice. 3. Secretive behavior. Psychologists call it deceptive impression management. In simple terms, cheaters get good at covering their tracks, quick to flip their phone over, vague about details, or suddenly protective of privacy. Of course, privacy isn't bad in itself, but when it turns into secrecy, it usually means there's something behind the curtain. If someone is constantly editing their story, chances are the story isn't the problem. The truth is. 4. Thrill-seeking. Cheaters often rank high on sensation-seeking personality scales. They crave excitement, novelty, adrenaline. That's why routine relationships feel boring to them, even if they're healthy. Psychologists link this to dopamine. When the brain gets used to steady comfort, it starts chasing the next high. So, instead of investing in depth, they chase sparks elsewhere. In other words, they're addicted to the rush, not the relationship. 5. Lack of empathy. Empathy is what keeps us aware of how our actions affect others. But cheaters? They often minimize, rationalize, or flat out ignore the pain they cause. Studies in emotional intelligence show that low empathy correlates with higher rates of betrayal. If someone can detach from your feelings to protect their own excitement, it's not love, it's self-indulgence, and that's exactly how cheating survives. 6. Insecure attachment. Here's the psychological core. People with anxious or avoidant attachment styles struggle the most with fidelity. Anxious types cheat for reassurance. They need constant proof they're wanted. Avoidant types cheat for escape. They fear closeness, so they look for distractions. Either way, it's not about the partner. It's about their own unresolved wiring. Until that's faced, commitment will always feel unstable. So here's the truth. Cheating isn't random. It's behavioral. And when you know the traits, you can see the storm before it hits. If you found this breakdown eye-opening, hit that subscribe button right now, because the next video might just expose the signs before they blindside you.